So you clicked on a video on how to do potentially the greatest posterior chain exercise that can be done with a barbell because you want to use a dumbbell or a sandbag or a kettlebell as opposed to the barbell? Well, why didn't you say so, bud? Of course. Well, pitter patter, let's get at her. Actually, they're this way. Parkour. The Romanian deadlift is easily one of my favorite exercises because it is so accessible for most people. And it's something that virtually everyone should be doing to strengthen their posterior chain. Hamstrings, glutes, lower back. It's a tough exercise to beat and it is so functional. But you're watching this video because you don't want to do it with a barbell, and that's how most people do it, that's how it's taught. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna use most of the same cues, but because we are using implements that go into each hand, it's a little bit different, okay? So in general, Romanian deadlift, the motion is, and this is a little bit of the special sauce from this channel, is think of, if I start from a standing position, I drive my knees back. See how my knees shift back, okay? That's the start of the movement. So first, soft knees, not standing here like a linebacker or perfectly straight, just soft knees. And then I'm gonna go ahead, knees back, hips back. And you will feel a massive stretch all throughout here. And what makes this exercise so wonderful is that you're getting in that stretch position under a load and your body's having to fight it. And we're having to learn how to use this entire chain together. Magnificent movement. I'm not gonna go on too much more about it because you're watching this video because you wanna know how to do this specific move, so I will get to it. All right, so when we approach our weight, I'm gonna use kettlebells for most of the demo. I'll show dumbbells specifically, and that's purely because they're a little higher than a dumbbell. Dumbbells, I prefer to take off the rack, which I will demo. Kettlebells, sandbag, milk jugs, anything you got around the house, this can all be taken off the floor. So right now I approach, I put my hips about hip width. I just need enough room to where when I can push myself back, I'm not gonna get snagged in here by my front porch, by my bulk that got a little out of control because I just kept getting stronger and stronger. And so I kept eating, and so anyways, there's a bigger front porch than usual right now. All right, so when I approach my weights, I'm gonna put them just outside my feet. Okay, just right around here. I'm gonna go ahead, step inside of the weight a little bit. Okay, so I'm actually gonna have the handle right here aligned with my shin. Okay, so I step inside. I don't want it out in front of me. This is how most people do it because watch what happens. I have this weight out in front of me and I pick it up. Okay, it comes in anyways. Okay, that's physics. It wants to be close to us, so let's make it close to us. Also, if I have it far away like this, shearing force on my back. You wanna know more about that? Watch the Romanian deadlift without back pain video. We'll link it somewhere, I'm sure. Someone knows how to do that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start. I'm gonna put the weight just right around mid-foot is where the handle is gonna be. And you can either start with the handles already at neutral, which is where we're gonna go, or at a 45. Wouldn't really recommend going straight because we are gonna be twisting this way. Okay, so we'll just put it at 45 for right now. I'm going to set my brace, which is breathing into my core, into my obliques, okay? Practice this motion. It's not here, okay? And also I don't suck in. I push my obliques out, flex my core like someone's gonna punch me. Okay, so here at the top, set my core. And then I'm going to drive my hips back for the start of this movement. I don't push my knees forward yet. That's how we're gonna take it off the ground. But for right now, it's hips back to do my descent. Okay, so right here, because I have stubby little arms, in order to grab the weight off the floor, I have to tea kettle my hips up. See how my back stays in the same position? What's changing is just the angle of the dangle on my hips. All right, so come on down, tea kettle out. I'm gonna grab the weights, and then I'm going to push my shoulders down and away from my ears, like someone's trying to tickle me. Normally we do that when we're grabbing the weight off of the top position with a barbell, but because we're bending down to do it here, you can do it at the top or the bottom. I tend to do it at the bottom after I get set with individual implements like this. Okay, hips back, tea kettle, and then what I do is I move my knees forward to my forearms. Okay, see how they're away right now? Now they're touching. Away, touching. That's going to bring our quads into the movement in order to be able to stand up with the weight. We're not quite at the Romanian part yet. On the dumbbells, if we're taking them off, or you can do it with this too. If you're taking them off the rack, you don't have to deal with this bit. But because I'm assuming that you're going to be grabbing these weights off the floor, we need to know how to do it. And this is actually how you do a proper deadlift too. So, little bonus lesson here. Okay, hips back, shoulders down, rock forward, set myself, and then what I do, I twist. Because what's happening is when I go like this, it's a little tough to see, I'm taking the slack out of the weight. If you want to think about it, we're basically setting ourselves up to not jerk the weight off the floor. And we put ourselves under that tension. It's a lot safer for us to lift. You'll also be stronger, but that's more of a byproduct. We're going for safety first, okay? Descend, hips back, shoulders down away. Set myself, twist to neutral. That's gonna set my lats, and then I drive up with my glutes, with my quads. From here, the weights are basically at my side. If this was a barbell, we have to twist that barbell in order to turn our lats on. With this kind of weight, it's at our sides, where our lats are already turned on. You do need to be pulling the weight into you still, so it doesn't drift away. There's a bad habit on these for when we start descending. I'm gonna use one here, for it to start drifting away. And just that little bit just hurt a little bit. Okay, so let's start this over. Yep, up here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to soft knees. I still have my brace. Knees back, hips back. Ooh. And then I go hips forward to stand up. Knees back, big stretch of my hamstrings. Hips back, big stretch of my glutes. Move my hips forward to stand up. Now, what I don't want to do is go down so low because I'm trying to touch the weight back to the ground. You don't need to do that. You just need to find that part in this movement. Again, for me, you can see it's right around here. That's where I'm getting the most stretch in my hamstrings and the most stretch in my glutes. That's what we care about. I don't care about touching the weight to the floor. What can happen is you can round your back if you're not careful. So come down, and then, I want to get deeper. And then I start rounding my back. You're gonna splatter your back across the back wall. It doesn't matter how deep you really go. Just get the stimulus in your hamstrings and in your glutes. That's really all we care about, okay? So we'll go through. We're gonna do a set of 3 here because I'm out of breath from shooting this in one clip. Okay, but here we go. So, set my brace, down and away at the top or at the bottom, whichever works better for you. Descend down, pushing my hips back, keeping my shins vertical. Tea kettle forward to grab the weight. Push my knees forward to set the weight. Okay, remember, taking the slack out. Then I'm going to pull the weights into me and twist, okay? So a little here, here, and then I use my quads to push up. Reset my brace. Shoulders down and away, locking my lats. Knees soft, knees back, hips back, hips forward. Don't go all the way up and hyperextend. Stay right here. Knees back, hips forward. Knees back, hips forward. And then if we have to bail for any reason, do not drop the weight straight down. You're gonna drop it right on your foot. Go ahead and just fling them forward a little bit, out to the side, whatever you gotta do. You know, no one's really gonna be upset about some kettlebells splanking around, not a big deal. All right, now what if we wanna do this with dumbbells? As I mentioned earlier, I like taking dumbbells off a rack instead of off the floor. Because I find with dumbbells on the floor, yeah, that's a long way down, okay? And if you've got back problems, knee problems, any kind of problem, that's a long way. That's almost a deficit deadlift, which is where you elevate yourself relative to the weight. That's just a long way. We don't need to do that. Okay, so I like it. Preferably, you're taking a weight off of a lower rack. So something like this right here, I actually set my brace while I take it off. Step back, reset, soft knees, knees back, hips forward. No problem. Okay, lastly, what if we're using not a kettlebell, not a dumbbell, but my handy dandy little sandbag here? This serves for anything around the house, kitty litter, any number of things. With these, I like because the handles are a little higher. Now, the only adjustment you might have to make is on your hand position and how you engage your lats, depending on the angle of the handles. If you got handles like this, they're pretty good, all right? You're already able to lock your lats in pretty easy, okay? Again, pulling back. If you got handles like this, all right, just like we have a bar in our hand where we're bending the weight around us, same principle, all right? Easy peasy. All right, if you enjoy this kind of content where I almost kill myself in a 10 minutes one shot, I appreciate it. Go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you want this level of detail in programs designed specifically for you, hit the link in the description. We have multiple levels of how we can partner. We have our lowest level, I should say our most accessible level, which is where you have access to our app, and we have AI programmed in there to help you adjust programming intra-workout. So it'll actually move the weight and intensity based on how you're performing that day. So it's like having a trainer in your pocket, and then actually it'll take that data and apply it to your next workout. So effectively, you need to plug your weights in one time, and then the software takes it from there. Up from there, you have our community level, which is where we have 2 coaching calls per week. You also have access to our staff through messaging, and then you have a personalized nutrition program. You can also ask questions through the app on that. And then at the premier level, that is one-on-one coaching, custom program design. It ain't cheap for a reason, but it's really darn good. All right, guys, like and subscribe. Hope to see you soon.